What's up? My name's Olivia, and I don't think I've ever burped in my life. I've also never made a video like this, but here I am telling the world how gassy I am to raise awareness for noburp, also known as retrograde Crycopharyngeal dysfunction. I practiced that beforehand. Throughout my life, I don't think I've ever been able to burp. Like, as a baby, my parents said it was really hard to burp me, and they didn't have much success. The only thing I could think of is one time I had to take a shot with yam and vodka, and it tasted so bad I started gagging and some air came out. So I don't know if that counts. But here I am today with a carbonated beverage because our society just loves to have people drink carbonated alcoholic beverages.
Chug, chug, chug. What? That was like a sip.
And to illustrate my pain and to tell you all about noburp. It's pretty rare. Not a lot of people know about it, and the people who do learn about it from the internet. So this means when I went to doctors about like feeling like a living balloon or like being pregnant after I eat, I didn't really get like a lot of helpful information. Later, I checked out this subreddit called noburp, and it was full of stories of people who just like could never burp. And according to Dr. Bastian, the doctor who like is called the noburp god because he published the only paper on this condition, the symptoms of noburp are 1. Inability to burp, socially awkward gurgling noises that sound like frogs. Hold on a second. This was such a bad idea. Anyways, 3rd symptom is bloating and pressure. I honestly feel pregnant by the time I go to sleep. With the amount of food I eat, it just like fucking piles up there. And yeah, I wake up in the morning with a flat stomach. I go to bed looking like a balloon. And 4, excessive flatulence. So that's fun. Being around people is a lot of fun. Yeah, my boyfriend says it's really impressive. Anyways, I'm making this video because in 2 days, I'm about to see a doctor who's going to basically fix me. So the way they do this is they inject Botox into your upper esophageal sphincter. So the problem I have is I guess my sphincter's too tight or something, and they need to inject some Botox to have it relax, to have all of the air come up, because I can swallow and it opens when I do that, but when the air needs to come up, like when I vomit or try to burp, it just like hits a wall and goes back down or something. Honestly, it's been a crazy process trying to get this procedure done. It's been so confusing. Like, I didn't understand how insurance worked before this, let alone like how to navigate all these doctors that didn't take me seriously. But 1 ER visit and 2 procedures later, I am finally ready to go under the needle or whatever and get fixed. So I'm pretty pumped. So I got really sick after that beer, and I forgot everything I was gonna say. So what I meant to say is after the endoscopy, which is when they like stick a camera down your throat, I was out for all of it because of the medication. But the next morning I woke up, I yawned, and my mouth wouldn't close. Like, it was just stuck open. My jaw had dislocated. And this had happened before, but still, I was freaking out because I was choking on my spit and everyone was sleeping. But I got my housemate to drive me to the ER. And all this time, I couldn't talk because I couldn't close my mouth. I couldn't swallow. So I was just kind of drooling everywhere. And I had to write everything down, which is really hard to communicate. Especially when I'm wearing a mask, so people can't even see like the issue I'm having. I just look kind of like I can't talk or anything. But yeah, they put it back after a couple hours of like almost crying and choking on my own spit. And yeah, that was that. One of the cures to R-CPD I found is just like lying down for a bit to let all the pressure dissipate. So I think that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I'm here, it's finally happening. I have this really sexy hairnet. So I'm out of surgery and this is some other shit they put me on. Like, yeah, there's no burp in there yet. So it's been a couple days since I had the procedure and everything went pretty well. I was just asleep the whole time. Yeah, my parents took me to Sacramento where I got it done, and I was in and out of there in just a few hours, I think. I honestly don't remember anything because, yeah, general anesthesia.
I'm all confused, bruh.
I'm starting to have some micro burps. Like, they're pretty rapid fire. Like, when I woke up, I hadn't drank or eaten anything, and like just switching positions caused some air to come up. So I think that's a big progress. And I can also kind of micro burp on command if I turn my head. Whoa. I think that's the biggest one I've had yet. That was like legit. Oh. Whoa. I'm like honestly scared because I feel like I might throw up or something. But this is crazy. Okay, yeah, I think I got it all out. But yeah, this is pretty exciting. I think those were my like first like normal sounding burps. Or I guess maybe not quite normal sounding, but legit burps. So I'm excited. So I'm 3 weeks post Botox and I am here with a carbonated beverage haul because I can finally drink soda. All throughout my life, I like wasn't able to drink it because A, no burp, and B, my parents never let me have carbonation. So it's been kind of like a forbidden fruit thing. And it's just so exciting because these are like some of the beverages I've just loved that like made me sick, but drank anyway. And now I can have all of that joy with none of the pain. So we have Inka Cola. This is what I used to really like in Peru, but of course it made me sick every time I drink it, and I drink it anyway. But yeah, this is good. It's kind of like Mountain Dew, but a little milder. It kind of tastes like juicy fruit gum. Yeah, I actually did a blind taste test with all of the Cokes with my family a couple years back. I like the zero sugar one more, so yeah, going with that. Also, I thought like these yerba mates were carbonated, but I got a few flavors in the cans because I've been avoiding those because I thought they had carbonation, but apparently they don't even have carbonation. So yeah, this actually isn't carbonated. Oh shit. And yeah, I've been drinking a lot of seltzer water because I know soda is bad for you, but I'm still trying to practice burping. So I just got the cheapest one because I have to drink like 3 a day for practice, and it's pretty good. And yeah, I actually shotgunned my first Truly. Drink it.
I told you not to do it like that.
You hear that?
No.
There was another one. Okay. I would have never done that before. Like, honestly, parties where I was like pressured into drinking were pretty traumatizing for me because it would be like painful with all the air building up. And yeah, this is probably my favorite. I know my dad used to really like these. You know, I want to make a root beer float. That would be really good. So I know I talk a lot about like burps and farts and like carbonated beverages, but if anyone's watching this video, I just want to nail home that this is like a life-changing thing to be able to burp. It's pretty great. Like, I don't have huge burps, but now I can drink whatever I want. I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want, and my farting has reduced by about 80%. So I'm like a normal person now. I don't have to worry about changing my pants like twice a day, depending on how much I've eaten. Yeah, I still have gurgles, honestly, but like the burps like come in like when I see there was a burp there. They're kind of silent when I don't expect it. Like I can't actually control them yet. And I can also swallow just fine because I was having an issue which is pretty common where you have to have some water to chase every single bite of food. And that happened for a couple weeks. And this could have been because I was just so eager to eat solid foods that I didn't want to like stick to the soft foods and the soup. So I don't think that's something to worry about. And if you forget everything from this video, I just hope that this inspires like even one person to get the Botox because it's so worth it. After the endoscopy, I had to go to the ER for my dislocated jaw, and all throughout this I had to have like COVID tests, pregnancy blood tests done, because apparently they won't believe me if I just tell them I'm not pregnant. But yeah, it's definitely worth all of the hassle, and I hope that I will stay burping as healthy I am now for the rest of my life. I'm just so happy every time I burp. Wait, I want to show you guys my burps. I'm a changed woman now, watch this. Also, if your friends are having issues with like, I don't know, stomach issues or something like that, just like ask them if they can burp. We need to raise awareness, spread the word about this, because the doctors I saw thought I had heartburn, or I was eating too much, or maybe I was having cramps or something, which definitely wasn't the case. I didn't realize that I couldn't burp. I thought my gurgling noises were burps. So if you hear someone making weird gurgling noises, just check in on them. So yeah, burping life is great. Get the Botox. Keep burping if you're burping. Goodbye. Wait. I want to leave you with something.
There are a few words.
Well, family dinners, we have